Okay, so today I've invited my friends, the Asville team, to answer the question on everyone's mind. What in the world is going to happen with interest rates in 2023? Will you guys please educate us?
Be happy to. Let's start with just a quick thought about inflation. Inflation really drives mortgage rates. When inflation is going up, rates are going up. When inflation's coming down, rates are coming down. You can see right here that there was a period of time where inflation was coming down and rates came down, and then of course inflation went up and rates went up, and now we're coming into a space where inflation should be coming back down, and we're anticipating rates also coming back down. The question is, has inflation peaked? Actually, we think it has. Here's a chart that shows, the year over year consumer price index, which is part of what determines inflation. And you can see right here that recently, like in October, if you go back to October of last year, it was 0.6 for that month. But we just replaced it with a 0.3. So that brought inflation down. Look here, in November, it was 0.5, just replaced it with a 0.2. Now this week, we're getting a new reading for December, which we're going to replace this 0.6. And the expectation is it will be somewhere between 0.4, 0.3, 0.2 as it continues to come down. If you look here, look at these up months that are still coming up. We still got to replace this one, a 0.6, a 0.5. Last year, March was low, but then look at this, April 0.6, May 0.7. So by the time we get to June, which actually the reading for June comes out in July, we will have replaced a lot of what we consider to be really high inflation numbers with what we expect to be much lower. And overall, inflation is probably going to be at least a full percent lower year over year by the time we get to July, which should bring interest rates down probably into the probably low fives, maybe even 5%.
Well, this is good information. And I think what it generally looks like is a big old roller coaster ride. All of these buyers out here are freaking out and like, what does this mean for me? Well, I will just give you a great example. There is a client that we're working together as a professional team. They were in the market at its craziest peak, kept getting beat out, got totally discouraged, jumped out of the market, were referred to us. And now with a professional team behind them, we have actually been able to really help them get a win-win situation. It was amazing because we weren't able to get together to see houses for a few days. Then it took us a few days to negotiate because I really wanted to be able to negotiate the best deal for them so that they could get the best opportunity with their mortgage, so that they could understand what they were getting into, what their payments were. And then even still, because there was no competition, we were able to just take it day by day. They were able to sleep on it. They were able to make really sound decisions. They are over the moon, thrilled. We negotiated on price point. We were able to negotiate in what they needed to cover their closing costs. They're only bringing in a down payment. They're very comfortable, very happy, and their appraisal came in over what we offered. They did a phenomenal job on getting the house that they wanted. Win-win. It was an amazing experience. So even though things might feel crazy, it is an amazing time to get in the market.
Yeah, and the reason for that, Zach, would be
household formation. So what we're seeing, this is over the past year basically, and it kind of averages to be about 1.7 as far as those household formations that are happening. But what we're seeing right now, because interest rates have gone up, a lot of people said, hey, I'm going to sit on the sidelines. And it's about 25% of buyers have done that. And so with that being the case, we're able to have that negotiation power that Janet was talking about, as far as, when we need to get closing costs paid for, we're able to get it. And so what we're also seeing too is builders have kind of taken their foot off the gas pedal. They're going to be building about 1.5 million units this year, of which about 100,000 need to be replaced every year in the United States, just due to them being old and just needing to be just replaced, bulldozed, different things like that. And so with us being at that 1.3 million on household formations right now, that's based off interest rates staying around that 6% range. So if we were to see interest rates go to, that 5% range, we're likely to see an uptick in a lot of those buyers that said, hey, I'm going to step off and go to the sidelines, come back onto the field and say, hey, I'm ready to buy now. Now that rates are at 5%, the mortgage is, a few $100s cheaper than it was at 6, let's go, let's do this. And so what we're likely to see is tighter inventories, I'd say, especially the further we get into the summer months. I'd say that we're likely to see, multiple offers on a single home and different things like that.
Great. So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry, I was jumping in. I just get so excited. Keep going. Keep going. I just am so excited about what we've got going on.
So, I think all of this supports the fact that this really is a good time to put your foot in the pool. It's like you were saying, Janet, it looks like a roller coaster from the outside, but for those of us who do this every day, we're looking at it going, whoa, these are really calm waters compared to what it was before. And there are some really great opportunities that exist right now that weren't there a year ago. Then the question people want to ask is, what does this look like going forward? Well, we really believe that homes are still going to go up in value, and there should be low single-digit appreciation for most of the US in the year 2023, with a pickup in real estate activity. We also do believe that the Fed is getting inflation under control, and as that comes down, interest rates will come down. We're actually expecting interest rates to hit 5% in the first half of 2023. Probably more in that May, June, July range is when it'll happen, but we do expect it to happen. And as that happens, people will come back into the market. Just like Zach said, these thousands and thousands of people are sitting on the sideline. They're going to come back in and start to push that back up again. Final thoughts on this, Janet?
I am just so excited about this market, as you can tell. It is the perfect time to work with a professional team. So if there's anyone out there, your friends that are part of that 25%, we would love an opportunity to educate you and help you find a win-win, because it really is such an opportune market this year. So we look forward to talking to anyone who wants to give us a shot, because we know we can get them into a win-win situation. So thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.